And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, for those of you on the program, we'd like to welcome each and every one of you. And as I mentioned to you before, we're having the star boy on the show. He's right in the screen here right now. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, you got to allow him to cut up and set up and so forth. But I got on to him impromptu. He was very busy. So he had to set himself right. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Albert, can you hear me? You're hearing me?
Oh, yes, sir. Very, very nice. Nice to hear your wonderful voice so early in the morning. It's very
Good.
inspirational.
Let me, all right. Hello, test 1, 2. You're hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, but I am not hearing you. So just check your end, please.
Wow. Yeah, let me see. Well, I'm on live. The mute is off. So let me call in because I don't seem able to get you live. Are you hearing me, Farook?
I'm not hearing you, but yes.
You're hearing me?
Okay. Let me see. My listeners, viewers, can you please tell me, can you hear Mr. Baldeo? Yeah, Bibi Umar Ali in Canada say yes, we can hear the guy. Okay. We can hear him. Okay, good. I need one more person tell me from some other area. Can you hear Mr. Baldeo? All right. Anyway.
Yes, as long as you can.
Listen, once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Albert Baldeo, I'd like to welcome you. And ladies and gentlemen, he is running. He's a very seasoned politician and a very learned gentleman, of course. He is an attorney. He was an attorney, a magistrate in Guyana at the time, and has served in the legal fraternity in the capacity. Ms. Naimul Majid, can you hear Mr. Albert just say something? Can you hear Mr. Albert Baldeo? I just want to know.
And I'm very happy to be on your show. Salam alaikum to all our listeners, and namaste and greetings to everyone. We are here fighting for you.
All right. So, Sister Bibi Shabira Hussein, way out of Norway, listening to you. Ms. Naimul Majid in Rockaway area, listening to you. Angelo Samaru in the Bronx can hear you. Mohani Khan, Richmond Hill can hear you. Okay, good. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mr. Albert Baldeo, a star in his own class, and of course, a very vocal individual who, well, when I talk about his running for office, that is coming up, the Senate's office. He's a leader in our district already. He has won that seat and that position, and he's running on the 23rd. I'm sorry, voting will be up on the 23rd. So I would allow Mr. Albert Baldeo to take the platform and to tell you first what he's running for and then how to vote. Go right ahead, Mr. Baldeo.
Well, brothers and sisters, thank you very much, Brother Farook. As you know, we won the district leadership. And I say we because this victory belongs to all of us. Our efforts are dedicated to all of us and people like Dr. Cherry Jagan, Bharat Jagdeo, and Irfan Ali, and all those who have helped restore democracy in Guyana, Anil Nandalal. We are here in our own right in Little Guyana. We need empowerment too. We need to get jobs and better wages. We need to get food pantries. We need to get senior centers. We need to get our own fair share. The COVID taught us, brothers and sisters, that they don't care about us. The recent fire, nobody got any compensation from the government or from the mayor. They just came and said, I'm sorry this happened to you. But government is there to help the people. We want to set up an office so that we can get unemployment insurance. You can always come up there and tell your problems, immigration reforms, any issue you have, large or small, you'll be able to get free attention. That is because your tax dollars and your children's and so on, your family, all of us have paid taxes. A lot of you have worked 3 and 4 jobs to make the American dream. It is time for us to cash that check, cashing that check for now and for future generations. Property taxes have gone through the roof. These are all issues. We get tickets from the cops, the traffic cops, more than any other community. We don't get the specialized high schools for our kids to develop and go to the vocational standards that they can. We don't get what we deserve. We don't get what we pay for. It goes to other communities. Brothers and sisters, this is called Little Guyana. That is Richmond Hill, Ozone Park, and South Ozone Park. We fought, we testified to get that district, and they gave us it. And that is why I ran, because the person who's there is from Howard Beach. He doesn't care about his community. He doesn't even live here. So what does he care? They take our money and put it to other communities like Howard Beach and Glendale. We need to have our own resources. We need to have our own dignity. We need to have more police on the streets. We need to have more safety. We need to keep down crime. We need to fight the bail reform, where they allow people who have been, who are on parole or probation or who have committed crimes to come out and rob us again and hate crimes and to attack us. We've got to put back these bail reform laws, with all due respect to them, because these people are coming out back and terrorizing folks and creating the crime. Crime has gone up. We need a society where we can live and be proud of, safe, free, democratic, inclusive. And brothers and sisters, it's only if you vote. Your vote counts. This is not like Guyana, where they used to put rubber band in the ballot box and put it in the cane field in Burnham time. And then you had Mingo and Lowenfield. These criminals then put they make another spreadsheet. That doesn't happen here. Your vote counts, and your vote is free. And your vote is your voice. Your vote is the most important thing you can do, because people died for the right to vote. People actually died. You know that. Read the history of America. We have come and met a country that is great. We have to make it great for us, because if you don't make noise, if you don't vote, if you don't get involved, if you don't support one so your children can have a seat or like a legacy from us, people like myself and Farook, who have been community leaders and fighting hard for these things, then we will get what you call in Guyana, kush kush. We will get katahar. You don't need that. We need the actual bacon, so to speak. And I'm speaking in, I don't eat pig, but I'm just telling you, I'm just using the word bacon. The politicians said they're going to bring home the bacon. Nobody never bring home no help to this community. Nobody never set up senior center. None of these politicians, they're all white. So you need somebody like yourself, myself, with a team of officials like Farook, Juman, and these gentlemen who have the knowledge and the experience to guide us in the right direction. I am merely the voice, merely the messenger. I am going to be guided by a team of elders and community leaders like Mr. Farook Juman, who will tell us, oh, we need more madarsas, we need more money for the masses, we need more money for the mandirs, we need more money for the churches. We will be there for everybody. This is a rich country. We pay a lot of taxes, billions, but we don't get nothing. So brothers and sisters, go out and vote. From now, go to Resorts World, or go to the public library, or check online, vote to look up. Check, vote to look up, have your grandchildren check it, or children, and they will tell you most likely going to be Resorts World. And you go there and you vote. They're going to be open till 8 o'clock. Normally they're open till 5 till Saturday, but please go out there and cast your vote. You don't have to go back. Once you cast your vote there, that vote counts. That is your vote. You don't have to go to 23rd. If, however, you think you can make it, then you have to go and just go to the schools. There'll not be a lot of lines this year, because this is the only election on the ballot, and that's why we're running, because we have people come out and vote, we will win this seat. And inshallah, God willing, we'll be able to provide for community and for families and for generations to come. We will have a legacy. This Little Guyana will really become Little Guyana or Big Guyana. And we're not going to take second class. We're not going to take a back seat. We're not going to take, handouts from anybody. We don't take handouts. We're entitled. We work 3-4 jobs. We work hard. We build this community from scratch. All of you know that. Cash in your check now. And you cash in that check by voting for me on the ballot from now to Saturday at Resorts World, or go there and look at Vote to Look Up before you go out, and you go to you cast that ballot for Albert Baldeo for the State Senate. State Senate, you see the name, Albert Baldeo, that's me, and I'm here for you. I'm here to be your voice and your messenger, to fight for you. I don't get paid for that. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the power we need. We have to build power in this community. We are powerless. And also the 23rd, it's at the poll site, the same poll site at the schools where you normally go. You go there, you go straight in, you vote. There won't be lines. And you vote for Albert Baldeo, as the brother Farook said. And that is where we stand together. United we stand, divided we fall. You heard a good man advise you, vote for me. That is the reason why we need to get that vote. And I urge you and beg you to vote, because this is very hard. It takes a lot of money, time, effort. You're away from your family, never got a vacation. You know, a lot of things you put aside for a greater good. We make that sacrifice, inshallah. So, you know, I'm doing it and I'm making that sacrifice for all of us. But please go out and vote. Your vote is your voice. So, Brother Farook, I can only ask them. I can only take our brothers and sisters to the well. I cannot force them to drink the water, brother Baya. And you know that the only way we can do this is if our people go out and vote.
True.
So that is the voting.
Well,
now,
brothers and sisters, you heard Mr. Albert Baldeo. He is working hard. He's a hard fighter. He hustles to get things done. And I urge all of you to go out there. And I would not put him on our programs. He's a gentleman that does not sleep when things are to be done. And I could vouch for him. I could vouch for him, ladies and gentlemen. And he has gotten now the leadership position in our community, and he has started doing things already. He's a mover. He's a hustler. He's a fighter. And when I say fighter, he's a gentleman that speaks out without fear. He can speak with any person from the highest in office to the lowest on the ground. And we need a person who is fearless. We need a person who is qualified. We need a person who can speak to the president and can speak to the layman. We need a person who is connected in our community. We need a person who is knowledgeable. We need a person with legal connections. We need a person with legal education who is very versed in the legal fraternity. And ladies and gentlemen, above all, who is politically connected. Here we have a gentleman. Here we have a candidate. Here we have somebody who is fighting to represent us. And what we have found from time to time, even then, also some of our people in our community, we have the most problems, but we have the least representation in our community. And to the Senate, in the city council, with the government, and wherever is necessary for us to have representation, our community has the least representative. Not that they are not people running for offices. They are running for offices, some of them spending their money and their campaign and so hard and so much to fight and represent us, and we make them waste our time. And these are the very representatives who will come to our rescue. The very people who do not go out and vote are the very people, most of us. You need a problem, you get up, then you know Albert Baldeo, then you know this one, then you know that one, then you know the president, then you know the Senate, then you know the city council, then you know everybody, because you're in a jam on your back is against the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, here is an opportunity for each and every one of us. And what I want you to do also, you can call Mr. Baldeo's office if you have any problem or anything you think he can advise you of. Mr. Baldeo, give them that number for me, please. Where
it is 718-529-2300. 718-529-2300. Call us with any problems you have. If you want to volunteer in our campaign, if you want to help us, if you want to be paid, we have those positions also. We're making a last push, and we're pushing hard so we can win this seat. And we only have 1 week to do the 23rd. It's all over. And, you know, we hope that we can bring home the seat to our community, and we can have a voice, and we can help this community. We can help clean up Liberty Avenue. We can bring resources. We can put receptacles. We can help with the loud noise nuisances. We can help so that police don't harass us. We can help so that police don't target us, but that they patrol us and put lighting, speed bumps, remove the ghost cars so you can park. These are some of the things I've been hearing, Farook. People bring cars from out of state and all over and use them as parking lots outside their homes. We will have those vehicles towed so that you can have the parking. You pay a lot of money, $5-6 million properties. Guyanese have bought their 1 and 2 families, and bless you for that. You're entitled to that. That's the American dream, but you don't get the park. So we will tow those ghost vehicles with fake number plates and make sure you can free up the parking in your street. That is what we will do. We will legalize basements and attics, make them safe also. We have to get funding from the city and demand it and ask for it. And then we'll be able to get that little extra income for people to save their homes. A lot of foreclosures, tenants are not paying the rent. So that way we lift that law and make sure that tenants can pay the rent and they can get help. Landlords can get help too, so their homes don't go into foreclosures. These are all things we need a representative to do. Nobody can do it on their own. But if you have a voice, you have an office, you have an organization called Baldeo State Senate, or you have a state senator, you have an elected official. That is where the power lies. That is how laws are made in this country. That is how solutions are found. That's how the government, when you call them, they will listen. The mayor. These people have to take up the phone when we call as a state senator or a city councilman. We can't ask for things for our own, but that is fine. We can ask for things for the community, for you, and I will be your voice. That's why I keep telling you folks that I will be your voice. And as Farook said, a fearless voice, a fierce voice, an objective voice, a fair voice. I will not take sides. I will make sure everybody gets a voice. Many people don't take our calls because of who we are. They think we're minorities. They think we're Indians. They think we're Guyanese. They look down upon us. This will change. We will have dignity where people respect us and treat us equally. This is America, and that is also part of this. But that came about because we don't have anybody looking like me, you, or sounding like us who is in office. District leadership has some quote, but you got to go and beg people. As a state senator, you don't have to beg people. You can demand things for your community. And that is what I'm asking you to give me that chance to demand on your behalf, to fight on your behalf, not to go out there and fight with a pencil or one sharpener, to go out there and fight with a very powerful weapon that we can get things done. And the mayor and the governor and whosoever will stop suppressing us and stop taking money. For example, when they get fires, and they must come with money and give those people. They must come with places for them to live. They must come with money to give them money for what they lose from their jobs and all that suffering. That is what this country made it great. But we have not seen the greatness of this country. We have not seen the ability of America. But we now will do that. And when we get this seat, God willing, I'm not a young person. We will install it here in Liberty Avenue, Little Guyana. It will endure for generations to come. We will have a legacy here to build on, and we will have a proper voice, and we will get the respect of people. We will have like a national radio station, a media, where we can put news of Little Guyana and Guyana our interests. Media, all these things can be sponsored by the state government. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to build alliances with our Guyana government and make sure that democracy is upheld in Guyana. We'll keep an eye on things there. We will make sure that the State Department and the President of the United States and the Cabinet and the Black Caucus know that Guyana is being targeted. Guyana is being by hoodlums and by violent racist means and beating up Indian people there. And anytime it raises its head or anybody comes up here, like you have the Burks and all these kind of people putting them out in, we will make sure we shut them down. We will make sure we give the real facts to the government. So we have a democracy. These are all hooligans, or these are people who are trying to subvert democracy, and you must not listen to them. So this is what it is about, to protect our Guyanese brothers and sisters back home, to protect us here, to advance our causes here, to fight for you, and to make sure that we too can live the American dream and our children can reach the highest level. Our children must not be high school dropouts. Richmond Hill High School must not be telling us he can close a Garment Trailer Park. John Adams and one continue to tell us these will be high schools we can be proud of as in other communities. But we got to get better teachers, we got to get better equipment, we got to get better computers, and we got to get better attention. This can only come when you make voice, because everything that comes here goes to Glendale, goes to Howard Beach, goes to the Southeast Queens, over to Van Wyck. We don't get nothing here. I'm not afraid to tell you that we will demand our fair share. You know what? When you have a representative, they can't say no, because you're at the table. You can turn up the whole table apple cart, and nobody gets nothing. So they understand that. And that is how power struggle is, and that is how we're ready for that fight now. So vote for Baldeo. Vote for me now, please. Now, Resorts World, before 8 o'clock tonight. They're going to close 8 today, but normally it's 5 o'clock. Tomorrow going to be 5 o'clock. Go there and vote. Vote unhesitatingly for your own, because I know the issues. I've been here for over 35 years, helping a lot of you become citizens and so forth. So it's time for you to reach forward now and truly live the American dream. And if you can't make it, then make sure Tuesday you put aside some time. It's free. It's 4 or 5 blocks. No use to stay home and say, man, I didn't get time for that. What bad you gonna do for me? Or what this gonna do? Or or you're bad, but me hear this, but me hear this. I will not be on the ballot if I was a bad person. Let's put it this way. And I'm not going to be a priest. I'm going to fight criminals and corrupt people and charlatans and people who suppress us and suck our blood. You need somebody who is strong and look them in the eye and said, yes, you're wrong, and we demand this, and we're not going to take that. And that is me. And I'm not afraid or ashamed to tell you that I am a fighter and I will continue to fight because I know God has given me that talent and I will use it. Allah has given me those powers and I will use it. And I will use it on your behalf to fight for you. We need that here. So brothers and sisters, and Brother Farook, thank you very much for the time and the courtesies. You know, I don't pay Farook a cent for this. He does this as a public service because he sees a bigger cause. And running for office, it costs a lot of money too. So he helps in whatever way he can. And it is a very great thing. And I thank you very much, brother. May Allah's blessings be upon you because you're helping the people. You're providing a medium for us to have a voice together, for us to lift our people up. We have seen what we have gone through in this community. Flood, basement, Ida, Sandy, all kind of thing happened here. COVID. We couldn't bury our dead. Nobody even giving us a mask. They locked the office and they gone away. We couldn't get unemployment insurance. All those things are wrong. They may get sin for that, but at the same time, more people die and nobody even cared. How much people died? A lot of people dumped in the potter's field. Like when you throw, a garbage into a landfill, they dump their bodies in potter's field. A lot of our Guyanese people, a lot of them on the streets, a lot of them homeless. A lot of them don't have a food to eat. There must be a place where they can go and get a meal, a place to stay, get counseling, treatment for alcoholism, and all these problems that's among people that turn to alcohol and different things. We will make sure this community rises again. We built it. It's called Little Guyana now officially. But in terms of money and power, we haven't got there yet. But inshallah, in a few days, we got to get there. And we're going to make sure that we too are counted and we too have our issues solved.
Mr. Baldeo, can you give the telephone number? I would like you to give the telephone number 2 or 3 times.
529-2300, brothers and sisters. 718-529-2300. Call that number if you have any problem, whatever problem you be. If I can't find the solution, I will research it and get back to you, or I'll put you to a place where you don't have to pay. Knowledge is power, and we need to use our resources. The city, the state, and the federal government is very rich. They got a lot of resources. A lot of people are making money from them, but guess what? We don't go to these people. We don't access. That's the word. Access these facilities for free. But we will make sure we do that. We will make sure that you have an office where you can come and say, this is my problem, so we can direct you. We can solve your issues. We will be able to solve 99.9% of them because a state senator can act on his own. He has a lot of things, from helping Guyana democracy, helping racism in Guyana, helping small and big issues, and helping rights here in his backyard. Because we're going to put an office on Liberty and Lefferts. Liberty and Lefferts, you don't have to go far. You come with the bus, the train, you got a place. Right now, they put an office, put them back of a funeral home. They put it to the back of a funeral home. Guyanese don't like Jumbie. They're not going to go there. Nobody goes there. Nobody does in his office. He eats pizza and he eats donuts and he eats fancy food. We come and dine there right in the same compound. So all he do is got to dine there and stay in the same compound, and that's what he does, Joe Adabo. That is what they do. And then he can offset at Howard Beach. You go to Howard Beach and see what happened to you there. There's a lot of racism there. People have died. And I'm not bad talking the whole of Howard Beach. I'm saying there are established historical precedents to show that there are active racism still in Howard Beach. And therefore, we must not present a community that where our livelihoods and our well-being can be affected. We pay taxes and we need one right here in Richmond Hill. If you're going to talk about Howard Beach and so on, you must talk about Richmond Hill too, because Richmond Hill is part of America. That's not Puerto Rico where those poor folks there are second-class citizens and orphan children. We are the real McCoy. We are true Americans. So they have to come to us and we now will solve our problems. That is all we ask as part of America. We can't ask Guyanese officials to come here and help us because we have a government here. Of course, we'll work with them and they are our friends and we respect them and honor them. But at the same time, we got to get power here. So let me get power both sides if you want to put it that way. Power in Guyana for our family and power in America, Richmond Hill, Little Guyana, so that we can have our resources right here. I know what I'm telling you. America is a very rich country. We didn't even see part of it. We didn't even see a portion of it. And we will make sure you can see the fullness of America right here. Clean up Liberty Avenue, stop the police in the basement, at least the inspectors were running around and a drive fair and people cause them to lose their home in massive fines. We got to get rid of them, put a moratorium on them, go to other communities. If basements can be legal in Borough Hall and Borough Park, where the Jews live, then it must be legal in Richmond Hill too. Attics and basements are legal there. How come they're legal in Borough Park and they can make some money, the landlords, but they're illegal in Richmond Hill? Under what law is that? So the mayor has got to equalize the law. He's got to make it uniform, and he's got to stop discriminating, because that is what we bring the action on, the discrimination, and that is how we can get it done. Are we here to fight for all these things and, get a little bit more money? It's not a sin. We're going to legalize the business, make another entry, let the city pay for that.
Mr. Val, well, ladies and gentlemen, one sec. Ladies and gentlemen, the telephone number for Mr. Baldeo is 718-529-2300. Have a photographic memory, 718-529-2300. Is that correct, Mr. Baldeo?
You should have, sir. You have more than the photographic memory. You have a photographic personality.
All right. In any case, ladies and gentlemen.
Wonderful voice. You have you're blessed, my brother, in so many ways. You wouldn't believe it. And inshallah, may Allah grant you the strength to continue and to perform your civic duties, which you have done monumentally and magnificently in this community for many, many years. You're an icon in your own right.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Baldeo. Listen, all of us are blessed in a certain way, and you two have done tremendously well. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I just want you to take this number. Now, listen to me. Mr. Albert Baldeo is a leader in the community also. So I'm hoping he's successful in this coming up election, because I know he will do justice for the community. I know he has a cut for this job. I know he looks at things and he sources solutions, and not only have to source, he knows what to do, how to do, when to do, and to whom to make that representation to get it done. He's versed. I would vouch for him, and even not on the program, but I might tell other people also, I want you to go out and vote. We need representation, brothers and sisters. The very individual you've seen sitting there, the very individual who is on the screen here right now, we will need him one of these good days. And even whether he's in office or out of office, if you go to him, he will still accompany you if you're afraid to go somewhere else. That is how he is. I know him very well. He's like a bulldog when it comes to politics. He's not an easy man to deal with. I know how your wife managed to deal with him, because he's he's very, very, very determined to get certain things done. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you.
And my wife laughing.
Hope she likes that. Me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you on a serious note. If you have difficulties, and whether he has acquired the Senate seat or not, he's a leader. Call him. You have problems. You want advices. You want to see him represent you somewhere. He can still do that in certain capacities. Give him a call, 718-529-2300, 718-529-2300, or with any pertinent questions, or if you have doubts in certain situations, or if you're in a situation that you have started and cannot complete, or others cannot help you. There are a lot of politicians, don't get me wrong, and my respect is to all of them. But Albert Baldeo is a different individual. And I can tell you that, ladies and gentlemen, and all of you know, everyone that I put on my program, they got to be solid, or else I don't put them. I don't settle for second. And I got a reason why I have to support this gentleman. I have a very, very good reason, because he would help a multitude of us who are in difficulties. So brothers and sisters, please, those of you who are listening to me, send the news, send it around. Those of you who can go get the absentee ballot and so forth, and to vote up to this afternoon, even at the casino or wherever, on the 23rd also, please make it an effort. You will be doing a good, not for him, but for ourselves. We will be doing a good. I am going to vote. I am going to vote. Because, you know, ladies and gentlemen, we need to have representations. And we have seen in every other community, there is solid representation. And that's why they get the benefits. They get a fair share of the money. They get a fair share of the allocation. They get things done in the community. The police are cooperating with them. There's not that much crime in there. When somebody makes a phone call, police right there and 911 and this and fire and everything up to date. What do we have in this community? Poor representation, and it is because of you and me. We did not go out and vote. We have an opportunity, and I'm not knocking the community. Better can be done. People are getting wiser and wiser and wiser. People are going out now to vote, and so should be me and you. I am urging myself, and I'm urging each and every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, time for us to have representation in every corner of the political arena. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you before I close, I have to run now, but we'll be having him tomorrow morning again, and I vow and pledge to give him my full support, and so you too, you have a little job to do. I want you to remind your family members and those who are in the vicinity, in the area, within the constituency, that Mr. Albert is running for State Senate. And please go out there and vote. Look on the ballot, you see his name, just put your little dot or your circle or your X or whatever the case might be. So brothers and sisters, this is my urge to you. But apart from that, apart from voting, reach out to him, wish him well, reach out. If you have a problem, call his office, 718-529-2300, 718-529-2300. And here I say Horace Sarkar saying, Baldeo for all Guyanese. All right. Vote, don't complain. Jamila Mohammed way out of Montreal saying best wishes. Bibi Shabira Hussein said, this is Norway, said he looks like a very good person. Yes, he is. All right. So each and every one of us, ladies and gentlemen, I know there are people from all walks and all areas, but those of us who are listening right here, ladies and gentlemen, please. Now, we need representation, and we can't be pouncing it to you. Our job will be done. Your job starts now. Please extend your courtesy. Vote for representation for ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some prominent people on the program, and this is one of them. So you'll be listening to him back in the morning and on all the other programs from now until voting day. So once again, Mr. Albert Baldeo, I want to thank you very much for the time. I would have probably discussed a little more, but I have some other appointments. I have to meet with the executives of TravelSpan for their new 5 countries next year. So they have selected me for that venture also to coordinate. So that's a meeting today. So,
my brother, and all the best to TravelSpan and to Nohar Singh. Tell him I send my regards, and we will work with them also. So thank you very much, brother. Brothers and sisters, please vote for me. I'm asking you to hire me for that job. I will do that. And let us go ahead. And Farook, thank you so very much. And inshallah, brother and sisters.
Thank you very much, inshallah. And I see somebody knows you or they know about you. They said over 30 years of activism.
It's true. Yes, thank you very much, brothers and sisters. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for the kind words. And these certainly make us go further and higher.
Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Baldeo. We talk to you tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.